If you're thinking about getting into strategy and resource management board games, the kind that really make you think and challenge your brain, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm bringing you the 7 best games in this niche available in Europe, titles that go way beyond luck and dice rolls. This is all about planning, optimizing resources, and making decisions that actually matter. Whether you're looking for something to play as a couple, with family, or with that group of friends who always want to try new things, there's something here for you. I've left all the links in the video description so you can check them out whenever you want. Let's get into it. We start with Catan, the game you've probably heard of even if you've never played it. This is the father of modern board games, the one that opened the door to everything that came after. The mechanics are simple but addictive. You colonize an island, gather resources, and build settlements and cities. What makes it special is the negotiation. You can't win alone, you need to trade with other players, and that's where things get really spicy. Picture a Saturday night, 4 friends around the table, and suddenly someone proposes a trade that clearly benefits them more. Alliances form and break within minutes. If you enjoy games where talking and convincing is just as important as pure strategy, Catan is your pick. The only thing to keep in mind is that the dice have quite a bit of say, so sometimes you can have a bad streak and end up with no resources for several rounds. But that tension of seeing what number comes up is precisely what hooks you. It works brilliantly for 3 or 4 players, though for 2 people, it's not the best choice because it loses the fun of trading. Now, if what you're looking for is something more relaxed where you don't have to negotiate or argue with anyone, Ticket to Ride Europe is fantastic. This game is about connecting European cities through train routes, and the feeling of completing your destinations is incredibly satisfying. The Europe version improves on the original American one by adding stations, which basically let you use another player's route if they've blocked you. This eliminates that frustration of getting stuck with nothing to do. It's perfect for playing with family, even with grandparents, because the concept is very intuitive. You pick up colored cards and spend them to claim routes on the map. Simple as that. A rainy Sunday afternoon, a cup of tea beside you, and there you are planning how to connect Lisbon to Moscow before your sister steals the route through France. Games last around an hour and work great from 2 to 5 players. Compared to Catan, the interaction here is more indirect and nobody can mess with you too much, so if your group has people who tend to get upset easily, this is definitely your game. For couples looking for something intense and competitive, 7 Wonders Duel is probably the best 2-player board game in existence. Forget about the original version for large groups, this adaptation is designed specifically for head-to-head play, and it's absolutely brilliant. You build a civilization across 3 ages, but what makes it unique are the 3 ways to win: accumulating points, crushing your rival militarily, or achieving scientific supremacy. This means you can't ignore any aspect of the game because your opponent could beat you instantly if you neglect military defense. The pyramid card system adds an extra layer of painful decisions, because sometimes picking a card you need reveals another that's perfect for your rival. Every single decision counts, and games last only half an hour, perfect for those weekday evenings when you don't have time for epic setups. If you and your partner are competitive and enjoy that healthy rivalry, you're going to love this one. Just keep in mind there's no mercy here. The better player wins, so the first few games against someone more experienced can be quite tough. Azul is another gem that absolutely deserves to be in any collection. This abstract tile placement game has components that are an absolute delight to handle. The resin tiles have a weight and feel that makes just handling them satisfying, almost like playing with precious stones. The mechanics involve selecting colored tiles to complete a mosaic on your board, scoring based on how you place them. It seems peaceful until you realize you can force your rivals to take tiles that don't suit them, making them lose points. With 2 players, it becomes a ruthless duel where every choice directly affects the other person. With 3 or 4, it's more relaxed and strategic. Compared to 7 Wonders Duel, Azul is more visual and tactile but less thematic. If you like puzzles and enjoy optimizing patterns, this game will have you hooked for hours. The rules can be explained in 3 minutes, but mastering it takes months of dedicated practice. Carcassonne is the classic of classics when it comes to tile-laying games. Here you build a medieval map piece by piece, placing cities, roads, and monasteries. What's brilliant is that the board is created as you go, so every game is different and the landscape unfolds in unexpected ways. You can play in a friendly way, building your own kingdom, or you can sneak into cities that other players are building to steal their points. This versatility makes it perfect for both family groups and more competitive sessions. Imagine opening the box, pulling out the tiles, and in less than a minute you're already playing, no boards to unfold or decks to shuffle. The only downside is the farmer scoring at the end of the game, which can be a bit confusing the first few times you play. Many groups simply ignore that rule at the beginning and enjoy it just the same. If you get hooked, there are loads of expansions that add depth without overcomplicating things too much. Wingspan represents the new wave of board games, and it's easy to see why it became such a massive hit. It's an engine-building game with a bird theme where each bird you play has real abilities based on its natural behavior. The production is spectacular, with a dice tower shaped like a birdhouse and pastel resin eggs that look absolutely gorgeous on the table. It's what I call a relaxing game because there's practically no direct interaction with others. Everyone builds their own bird sanctuary, and at the end you compare scores. This makes it ideal for groups who want to socialize while playing without the tension of messing with each other. A glass of wine, good conversation, and there you are combining bird cards to create increasingly powerful action chains. Compared to Catan or Azul, there's no real conflict here, which can be positive or negative depending on what you're looking for. For those who enjoy optimizing systems and appreciate beautiful games, Wingspan is absolutely essential in any collection. We close with the Castles of Burgundy, which is probably the deepest game on this list. Here, you manage a medieval principality by placing hexagonal tiles on your personal board. What sets it apart is how it uses dice. You roll them at the start of your turn and then decide what to do with those numbers. You always have options, you never get blocked by bad luck. The satisfaction of chaining actions, placing a tile that unlocks another action that lets you grab an even better tile, is tremendously addictive. It works wonderfully with 2 players, being one of the best strategic duels you can find anywhere. The only drawback is that the standard editions have a rather dull visual appearance compared to the beauty of Wingspan or Azul. If aesthetics matter a lot to you, there's a special edition with premium components that solves this problem entirely. For those seeking a serious mental challenge who don't mind sacrificing some theme for strategic depth, this is the definitive game. So, to recap based on what you're looking for, if you want nights of laughter, negotiations, and a bit of drama, go for Catan. If you prefer something calm for the whole family without any conflict, Ticket to Ride Europe is your choice. For competitive couples, Seven Wonders Duel has no rival. If you're into abstract puzzles with gorgeous components, Azul is the answer. Carcassonne is perfect if you want to start playing in seconds with no setup at all. Wingspan for those looking to relax while building something beautiful. And the Castles of Burgundy for those who want to push their brain to the absolute max. All the links are in the description so you can pick whichever one appeals to you most. If this video helped you out, you know what to do, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.